Hi, everyone, and welcome to another February Safety Friday series. Today, we have an exciting topic about poison prevention and medication safety. My name is Kayla Phillips, and I am the Health Promotion Coordinator for Niswonger Children's Hospital.
And my name's Tiffany Cook, and I'm the Trauma Injury Prevention Coordinator here at Niswonger Children's Hospital.
And we are super excited to bring you another series. We hope that you find this super educational. We have a guest speaker today. Her name is Kristen Winger. She is an education coordinator with the Blue Ridge Poison Center. And without further ado, we'll kick it off to her and she will provide us with some great information. Kristen?
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk about poison safety. I am Kristen Wenger, the Education Coordinator for your Poison Center, the Blue Ridge Poison Center. Most people are not really sure exactly what a poison center is or what we do, so here's a very quick explanation. Poison centers are staffed by nurses and doctors with additional special training in treating poisons of all kinds. We are the poison experts. But we're not a clinic that you visit. You call us on the phone for information and advice, and it's free. Next, please. Today, I'm going to talk to you about children and poisons. What are some of the most common poisons that they get into? What are some surprising dangers found in many homes? And what are some emerging concerns that we are facing today? I'll also talk about poisoning prevention. How can you keep them safe? And lastly, I'll tell you what to do if you think you or someone has been poisoned. Who can help? What makes something a poison? Well, a poison is any substance which can harm you if used in the wrong way, the wrong amount, or by the wrong person. Let's use hand sanitizer as an example. The directions say to rub a few drops onto your hands, and when used according to these directions, hand sanitizer is safe and a very effective germ fighting tool. However, if you drink hand sanitizer, the alcohol it contains could make you sick. That is the wrong way to use hand sanitizer. Also, if you poured an entire bottle of hand sanitizer all over your body, that could make you sick too, because too much alcohol could be absorbed through your skin. So, that is the wrong amount of hand sanitizer. An example of something that can harm you if used by the wrong person is prescription medicine. Taking someone else's prescription medicine could be dangerous and cause unwanted effects. Last year, the Blue Ridge Poison Center handled nearly 29,000 phone calls. And this graph shows you the ages of all the callers. 4 out of every 10 calls was about a child under the age of 6. That is a lot of phone calls. We are here today to talk about preventing childhood poisoning, but I just quickly want to remind you that teenagers, adults, and senior adults can get poisoned too. And in fact, adults tend to suffer the most serious health effects from a poisoning. In fact, 9 out of every 10 poisoning deaths happens to an adult, not to a child. So, poison centers are for everybody. But let's return to talking about children. Why are children at such a high risk for poisoning? Well, if you've ever spent time around a toddler, this is kind of a no brainer. Everything that they can get their hands on goes right into the mouth. They are little copycats, so they like to imitate what they see their older siblings or adults do, such as taking medicine or using a cleaning product or smoking a cigarette. Sometimes the adult taking care of the child makes a mistake. For example, if an adult gives a child the wrong dose of medicine by accident, that's a very common mistake that we hear about. And of course, children don't know what is bad for them or that anything could harm them. The most common poisons that children get into tend to be products found in most homes, which adults might leave in places where children can easily get their hands on them. Examples include cleaning products, cosmetics, and personal care products. These are things like mouthwash or makeup or hair dye, things like that. Pain relievers and other medicines, pesticides, plants, and topical preparations like skin creams. So these are some of the most common calls that we get. Let's talk about some poisons that are particularly dangerous, however. These are products where exposure to even small amounts could cause great harm, and some of these might surprise you. Concentrated laundry detergent pods. There's something about the concentrated pods that when someone bites into it and swallows the contents causes way more severe health effects than traditional liquid or powder laundry detergent. Button batteries. These are those tiny little silver batteries found in remote control devices and hearing aids and lots of other things. If you look at the picture on the left, you see that hot dog? We put a button battery into that hot dog and left it for about 3 hours. And then we cut it open. Can you see those burns? Can you imagine if that was a child's throat instead of a hot dog? Nicotine is a pretty dangerous poison. Alcohol is very dangerous for children. Children are not just smaller adults. Even little amounts of alcohol can affect them in a very serious way. And lastly, caustics. These are products like drain clog remover, which can cause very severe burns if swallowed or if you spill it on your skin or into your eyes. Let's talk about some emerging concerns that we are facing today. Liquid nicotine. This is the stuff inside an e cigarette or a vaping device. And the amount of nicotine in it is so concentrated, it can take as little as 1 teaspoon of this liquid to seriously harm a small child. Cannabis edibles. More and more people have cannabis edibles in their homes. And not only do they look just like delicious treats, they often look like candy or baked goods or a snack that we might give a child. But if a child gets their hands on one of these, they're likely to eat the whole thing. And as you may know, many of these have dosing requirements that ask an adult to just eat a tiny little bit for one dose, and a child might eat 10 or more doses if they can. Disinfectants and other cleaning products. In the last 2 years, we have seen a skyrocketing number of people being exposed to cleaning products and disinfectants because of COVID-19. So, more and more people have these products in their home to help kill the COVID-19 virus, which is a good thing. But the more you have in your house, the more likely a child is going to get their hands on it and accidentally swallow it or spill it on their skin or into their eyes. Also, some adults are using these products inappropriately. So, always read the label and make sure that you don't swallow something or put it on your skin unless the label says it's safe to do so. And lastly, speaking of COVID-19, we're poison centers all across the country are experiencing a surge in calls about young children that are being exposed to the fluid inside the home testing kit. Now, that fluid is dangerous to drink, and it's also dangerous to get on your skin or in your eyes. The amount that comes in the average kit is very small, and so far, even though we're getting lots of calls about this, we haven't yet seen a child experience any serious health effects from it. Because remember, the amount really matters. But it's a good idea to keep these things away from children. Speaking of that, the best way to protect children is to keep all household products, medicines, plants, adult substances like alcohol or vapes, to keep all of that stuff up and away, out of the sight and reach of children. Do you have a little climber in your house? Even when things are stored up and away, you may want to add additional protection by using cabinet locks and locked boxes. Here are some more tips to protect children from poisoning. As I mentioned before, use child resistant containers and safety locks. You see that bottle in the upper right hand corner? Though that's a child resistant medicine container. It is not 100% child proof. Sometimes kids are able to figure out how to get in there, but they do help. They do help slow down children from getting in quickly, and they do keep some kids out altogether. So use them. Don't call medicine candy because children think candy is delicious and they're going to seek out candy. Keep all household products in their original containers. You see everything on the left there? There's some windshield wiper fluid, some mouthwash, which contains alcohol, some hand sanitizer, and some blue sports drink. To a child, those all look identical. And if you pour them into something that is normally used to hold food or drink, it's even more confusing for a child and for some adults. But most important, once again, Keep everything up and away, even if you're using child-resistant containers. If they can't see it and they can't reach it, they can't get into it. Prevention does work. However, mistakes happen. Children are quick and they are unpredictable. It's important to be prepared and know what to do if you suspect a poisoning. First of all, do not make someone throw up. It does not help, and it could actually make the problem worse. Don't Google the problem. The internet is notoriously inaccurate or out of date when it comes to medical advice. Instead, call poison control right away. You don't have to wait for symptoms to develop, and you don't have to worry if you just aren't sure that something happened or if you don't have all the details. It's always okay to call us. You're never bothering us. We want you to call because we're here to help. Here's a little more information about poison centers and why it's important to call us. First of all, you get immediate expert help. The person who answers the phone is the nurse or doctor with all that additional training. And if you call 911, you might have to wait for the rescue squad to arrive. If you call your child's pediatrician, you might have to wait for them to call you back. But when you call the poison center, you get immediate expert help. It's completely free and it's completely private. We are always open. So you could call us on Christmas Day. You could call us at 3 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't matter. A real live human is there to answer the phone and help you. And here's another reason to call the Poison Center. Believe it or not, most of the time our experts are able to tell you what to do to treat your poison right there at home. So you don't have to rush to the emergency department. We keep people out of the hospital, and this saves a lot of worry and a lot of money. Our website has a lot of information and free resources. It's www.brpc.virginia.edu. You can order materials like this magnet. You can sign up to receive our newsletter. You can print out some fact sheets, look at videos. We have a lot of tools for teachers who want to teach poisoning prevention in the classroom, and much more. Believe it or not, there are many centers around the country. And in Virginia, all of those counties that you see on this map shaded in white are covered by us, the Blue Ridge Poison Center. We are part of UVA Health and we're in Charlottesville, but we are responsible for all those counties that you see. But you don't have to worry about what poison center you're supposed to call because there's only one phone number, 1-800-222-1222. This number works everywhere in the country and it will automatically ring at the poison center assigned to you. We'd love for you to program it into your smartphone so you always have it. If you hold your smartphone camera up to that circle on the left and scan it, it will open up right to the toll-free number so you can save it into your smartphone. Well, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, learning how to protect children from poisoning.
We greatly appreciate you taking the time to chat with us today and to educate us on the many dangers of poisoning and how we can prevent it. So we really appreciate you, and do save that number and don't hesitate to reach out to us at the Children's Resource Center at Niswonger Children's Hospital if you have questions about how you can keep you and your children and your family safe from poisoning. Thank you all and have a great day.